Hey guys, my name is Arabella and today I want to first of all say Merry Christmas. I'm right now here in Tulum. I just moved, it's my new apartment, and I'm very grateful that I am finally settling down again. I'm very grateful that I have the ability to travel, and I'm very grateful, that I can be here and can do a video for all of you and to create a little bit maybe more awareness, share some love and share some experiences from my own life, but also the main intention is to help you feel less alone, to help you deal with the moments of maybe emptiness or feeling or like having struggle with the holiday season, especially of old memories maybe, or anything that comes up, because it's a time where we are not only faced with the religious belief, however we grew up, but also there are like always, situations that can trigger certain things in our life when we didn't deal with it. So for that reason, I thought, okay, before I'm doing my dinner right now by myself, I want to share it with you, to share some love and to also maybe inspire you to change your perspective around Christmas and around being alone and around, creating something fun, creating something joyful and doing something just for you. So for that reason, welcome to my cooking show. Apparently, I don't know, this is the first time. So we will see how that turns out. I myself am a huge fan of Gordon Ramsay, so I don't know, man, I love cooking. I love eating more. I love when people are cooking for me. My mom, she's a great cook as well. So I love fresh organic food. I love, to be conscious about what I put into my body and how the ingredients are. I was vegan for 4 years. I'm not vegan anymore. And I told myself I'm only eating meat again when there is something really beautiful to share. And I had a very beautiful moment with my mom a couple of months ago. And we shared a steak together, and it was melting in my mouth, and I was just enjoying it, and it was amazing. And I eat fish, so but it took me a while to really be okay with it again. And I just try to right now share a little bit about what my personal belief is on that, because I come from a baker family. My uncles, my great uncles, they were butchers, so but there were always a lot of meat in my household. But then I believe in the different blood groups and everything. So my blood type, I just felt I felt a little bit less of energy whatsoever. So I started to become vegan, and it was really beautiful, all those vegetables and everything. But since a while, I personally believe that we can change the frequency of everything. We can change the frequency of our beliefs, of our surroundings, of ourselves, and of what we have in front of us. Of course, I'm still very conscious about the amount of meat or the amount of fish or whatsoever I consume, because my body just can't handle it, but everybody is different. So, that's what I mean. Everyone is different. Everyone is on the same journey, but we are all having different experiences. We all deal with different types of wounds. In the end, they are all basically kind of related, kind of the same. We are all on the journey back to something that we have stored within our heart, but everything is just still different because we are different. And that's the reason why there is no diet or whatsoever that you can put into a box, because we can't label anything in life. We can't label ourselves, we can't label diagnosis, we can't label other people. We do label other people, we do label in diagnosis, we do put labels on mental illnesses and whatsoever. But I personally believe it doesn't really bring us forward. So long story short, I wanted to share with you a very special moment, because I am going to cook and to create Gordon Ramsay's steak. He does a ribeye steak, so I already fucked up because I bought a beef fillet. My Spanish is still, you know, on the starting stages, but we will do a really nice steak, a very delicious flavoring. We do a chimichurri. We also do a mashed potato puree with goat cheese. And first of all, before we start, because that will be a little bit of a journey, because I only have one phone and one thing that comes with it. I do still need some equipment, as I'm very aware of that, but it's all about the joy, it's all about the fun, and it's all about, yeah, connection. And I do want to share connection with you, and to release a little bit the pressure, or like the whatever, you know, you might feel around Christmas, or being maybe alone, or feeling like the worst feeling is being surrounded with people that make you feel alone, you know? And that's the reason why I love Christmas and I love the holidays, because I'm not anymore attached to Christmas and the holidays. For me, it's a day like another day. I was very attached to my birthday, I was very attached to holiday season, I was very attached to that. But the sooner you let go of attachment and everything of your life, you know, like of beliefs or money or whatever, like holds you very tight, and you can't really breathe, the better it is. And for that reason, people ask me, do you want to come to a party? It's Christmas. Do you want to go out? I was invited to dates, and I was like, no. Like, I want to be at home. I want to cook a steak. I'm like so excited, because like the steak, okay, I will introduce you to right now someone, Woolis Market. So when you are in Tulum, you need to go to Woolis Market, because he has the best ingredients, the most fresh meat, grass-fed and organic, and the way you feel coming into the store, you know, because everything is so fresh and nice and self-produced. Like, there is no seeds oil, and there is no sugar, and all of those like weird ingredients, you know, that fuck up your stomach and your whatever, you know, like you want to call it, vibration or yourself. I was looking for something like this, and I found him, and shout out to Maurizio. So I also asked him for his best recipe for a potato mash, because it turns out he was working in a 3-star Michelin kitchen in London. And since I'm starting my, you know, cooking journey, I'm very, very grateful also for him for introducing me to this amazing recipe. So we will have a little bit of a chat. We will also have a little bit of a cooking lesson, but let's keep it rolling. First of all, you want to start with your beef. And Gordon says that you should get out the beef a little bit like earlier, like 10 minutes and everything, so it can really actually like unfold his breathing. Also, pardon me for my English. I think you will be okay. But like you noticed, I'm from Germany, so I learned English 9 years ago. I was not very good in school, so I learned it in Australia on a farm, and that's like the best it gets. So thank you for accepting me. So what he said, so I put already out the steak for like 10 minutes, and he shared that you should put a lot of salt and a lot of pepper, seasoning, whatever you want. So I have salt, I have pepper, I bought also from Woolis Foodie Store, pimienta, roja and grano. It's red pepper. I know it from my mom because she makes the best steak, but I apparently did not listen to her, so now I do Gordon Ramsay steak. So sorry, mom, I'm sorry, but I will use that as well. And I will have some oregano, and I now start to season the meat and let it a little bit, you know, leave it in the whole seasoning. Yeah, so you can watch me seasoning the meat. So when you are like seasoning the meat, it's important that you are actually generous with it, because the meat is absorbing all the ingredients, and you do want to be generous with everything in life, because you don't want, you know, like everything is to share, you know, and when you are generous, it comes back multiple times. So when you are, you know, taking all the energy and don't share it with anyone, also money, also love, also everything that you are attached to, it can't really flow. So it actually, what it does is it's doing a blockage. So whatever you have in life, and you have a lot of it, give it away. You will see it will come back multiple times. So if you have a lot of money, share it with like, you know, people who can benefit from it. Do something good with it, because at one point in life, and we are all on this journey, but at one point in life, you don't do it anymore for the ego, because the ego is like all me, me, me. You do it for the we. And on one point, there is this question where you're invited to choose. And do you want to actually feel really truly fulfillment? Or do you still want, you know, to be on the driver's seat and the ego is the driver? So, yeah. Like I said, whatever you have enough in life, like a lot of it, share it and give it away. Right now, I have a lot of salt, I have a lot of love, and I do give it away. Right now, especially on my filet, but I hope also a little bit to you. I actually I don't know how that turns out with this red pepper, but you know what? I'm excited, and if it doesn't taste good, I won't tell you anyway. No, I will be very honest with you. So he also said, put the seasoning also on every single end, so you can really put it all in. What I really want is also, hold on, I want to use some normal pepper. So I have now this red pepper, but I have also now this pepper. So, oh, you can't even see my steak. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is the thing. I still need some more better equipment. But yeah, let me share with you the steak. And maybe it's better when I put it here. Yeah, let me put it here. I hope you can still hear me, but I'm working on it. So that maybe in the future, if you like my new cooking show, you can hear me better. But for now, you know, we take it like this. And once this is going to, you know, establish a little bit its flavor, let me just check on the potatoes, because they're actually taking a long time. And for me, they're taking a little bit too long, but Gordon says patience is the key for a successful cook. So I think this is also the reason why I start to cook, because patience is really actually something that I know I'm here to learn big times. But seriously, it's insane. I have those potatoes now in, like, seriously, I was showering, I did like my certain things here whatsoever. I think it's like 25 minutes and they're still cooking. But that gives me a little bit of time to talk with you. And talk with you about Christmas, and talk with you about, you know, feeling alone, or like dealing with the feeling of, not like having a tough time, especially on the holidays, of being alone. And I can understand that, because it has a lot to do with self-love, and also a lot to do with whatever memories that are stored also in our subconscious, but also in our mind, in regards to the season. And a lot of things can come up, especially around family, around love, around our generation, and around religion, around everything that is, you know, over the years putting down the table. That's not the saying, but it's basically like putting down the floor, like, you know what I mean, like there's like you put it underneath something and it can't come out. So I can remember from my family, like we had a lot of fights with my grandparents, and like my mom and her sister and me, and holiday was never a nice, you know, there was always some tension in the air. And I rather spend time just with my mom and not with the rest of my family, because I knew that it would be like I would have stomach pain, everything would, you know, like turn into shit, because yeah, especially when alcohol is involved, you know, the truth comes out more easily, and you, like, it's a mess. So when you are having those situations with your family, try to understand them from a compassionate perspective. Like, don't be a fool as well, and have more compassion as necessary, because you need to learn how to set healthy boundaries. And if it is a healthy boundary for yourself to maybe, you know, not engage anymore in those festives environment, and choose you and choose your mental health and your self-love and your acceptance over a confrontation that would end in something where you feel very drained afterwards. Maybe it's time for some years, you know, to cut those ties around those seasons. It doesn't mean that you're avoiding it, you know, but it also means that you're choosing yourself. And also to release a little bit of the pressure that you also give yourself, because we are all having our struggles, we are all having our generations, we are all having our parents, you know, and we are all, you know, like there's a lot of things that we are all here to learn and to accept and to let go of. So maybe also use it as a time, if you can talk with your family, for a nice clearing and a nice, you know, conversation where everyone is really honest and try to communicate with love and clarity. So you can really, really, really make a cut to everything what was in the past, and you can welcome in the new for the future. And also try to figure out what the other want, you know, and what the other also needs and deserves, or like feels as well, because there are always certain perspectives, there are always certain, you know, beliefs or insecurities or whatsoever. No one, you know, comes from a place of like pure hate or whatsoever, but there are certain, you know, patterns and programmings and everything that can make a human feel very narrow in their belief system. So have compassion when you are on this path of understanding yourself, but have compassion with detachment. Have compassion with detachment doesn't drain you anymore. It doesn't soak you up into a spiral of like, you know, maybe also being, you know, gaslit or blame shifting or whatsoever. Have compassion for the people where they are, leave them where they are. They don't want to be safe, please save yourself. Never ever in your life try to save someone if you are not looking out for your own sake, because no one needs that. No one needs saving anyway. This is also like, you know, especially what we are here and try to learn on this journey, the journey back into our heart. When people ask you for help, you can tune in and feel if it's aligned, and if you know it's if it's appropriate. If they don't ask, then don't go and hold them back for actually experiencing their lesson and their karma and whatever they need to experience as well. Okay, let me check right now on my potatoes, on our potatoes. Sorry for, you know, like me. Let me check on our potatoes. It's still seasoning, it's still cooking, and I have my peppermint tea, and I'm enjoying talking to you. So the last couple of years I celebrated Christmas with friends. I either was also with my dog. I have my dog is in Bali, now I'm here in Tulum. I still try to figure out where to live and where to put some roots down. And I think I found a place right now for a while. But I was still, you know, trying to find missing puzzle pieces. And those missing puzzle pieces we are all trying to find here. And it all has to do with a lot of, you know, acceptance with who we are and letting go of the programmings and also the attachment. And it was a huge part also to be okay to celebrate Christmas, for example, on my own. I rather be on my own and feel content on my own than feeling alone when I'm surrounded with people. And I'm happy and blessed to say that I have a really good amount of friends, like close friends, like maybe more than a handful, but they're not living, you know, they're living in Germany or like they're living in the States, and they're having their lives and I have my life, and I just, you know, enjoy my company. And it was not always like this, you know, so it is definitely a journey, but it's worth taking the leap to actually like figuring out who you are, you know. And that's the reason why I want to share, you know, like this special evening with you, because I met a lot of people in the last couple of years that felt alone, especially during the holiday season, and they were looking for connection, and they were looking for, you know, acceptance and love. And I mean, we are all here for looking for acceptance and love and to be heard and to be seen and everything. We are all on this journey, and maybe that can give us also compassion for the world and whatever the world is also moving through right now. But the sooner we let go of the attachment to it and to try to figure it out that there is something in the external that we need, we are invited to take a deeper look right down on our heart, you know, right down on our chest, right down here. I'm like, right down here, because we're not programmed to do that, you know. We're trying to figure out everything and going out and finding all the answers and all those spiritual, you know, like tools and techniques and teachers and different types of, you know, modalities, which is great. Of course it's great, but on one point I believe there's a moment where you're invited to dig a little bit more deeper and maybe to stay 100% focused on one teaching and then dig a deep hole and dive in. And that's what I did in the last couple of years, and I found answers, I found teachings that helped me to enjoy life and to doesn't take life anymore so serious. And if I take life serious and I hate everything and you know, like that's not true. But like there are moments where I like really angry and like feel very, very, you know, impatient. I know how to flip the script again, you know, and those are the teachings that are out there. And that I also do in my programs as well, and that help also to, you know, fill the emptiness within yourself, because you're not really empty, you're just too full. And maybe you heard the saying before, but it's true, you know, we are so full of so many bullshit programmings and so full of like stories and beliefs that we need to let go of them. You know, we need to let go of them to fully experience ourselves and who we are. So I think now we can move to our steak. Okay, let's see how I film that right now.